say farewell to the Olympic Peninsula for now. As long as you can handle a little rain, it's hard to beat. The mouth of Sequim Bay is pulled out of there. Doing about 6.3 knots plus or minus a tenth of a knot or two. Decent cruising speed. Engine likes it. Could go faster, but not much. And there'd definitely be a diminishing point of returns there. This is probably can't make it out, but there's the spit, Sequim spit. And you can't really, just barely see the land. And then there's the lighthouse and buildings out there, which look odd from a little further out because you can't see the land. But you can see these white structures that don't quite look like boats or ships. Lots of water that way. Actually, San Juan's over there. San Juan's, or we'll be exploring this summer. Sanity is happy, I think. Everything seems to be going well. The speed that it shows on there, if you notice, it says 5.5, 5.6. That's the speed through the water, which, given that there's usually a current going on, especially in this area, it's not your actual speed. So we're making, according to the chart plotter here, we're actually making 6.3 knots over the ground. So that's how fast we're really going. Anyways, Canada's that way. Alright, now I got a fancy microphone on. Not fancy, it was actually cheap, but connects to the phone and has a wind guard on it, so it should be much better. But you're looking at the end of Dungeness Spit. So we are about to bust out of Dungeness Bay, looking back again at the Olympic mountain range, and coming up there's the mouth of Sequim Bay again. I'm gonna have to get something with a lanyard on this phone because I'm gonna drop it in the water, and that would suck. Anyways, Dungeness Bay, this spit's pretty long. I forget how long it is, several miles. Might even be 10 miles. But I can't pass through there. Thought I'd come check out the lighthouse. Always like lighthouses. And then there's the tip of the spit. And just had to do a close-up little drive-by action on the Dungeness Spit Lighthouse. Looks pretty cool. It's all automated now, like 99% of lighthouses in the US anyways. But got the house there, the lightkeeper's house. Looks good. And when we around the spit here, we'll be out of Dungeness Bay and out into the Strait of Juan de Fuca. We'll expecting 5 to 10 knots of wind, 5 to 10 miles an hour actually. So it's going to be pretty peaceful ride. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but right in the middle of the screen is a bald eagle sitting on a chunk of wood. Just barely make him out. There goes a cormorant. Tip of the spit. After I round the spit here, I'll put on the autopilot and fix some breakfast. I've only had some coffee so far. Wanted to get out of the marina nice and early. Oh, where did those come from? Interesting. Oh, that big freighter went by. That must be it. Anyways, more later. All right. So, windier and rougher than anticipated. I say anticipated because, like a newbie, I checked the weather at Sequim. And although I know better, I just completely spaced out, thinking about the fact that out in the strait, things can be very different. At least wind and seas wise. And as a bonus, because of the wind direction and the direction that I need to go, a little roly-poly. But not too bad. You hear the whining. That's the autopilot working. I thought things would be smoother and I could sit back and read a little bit about some of the more details on the chart plotter. and miscellaneous things, but no, at least not at the moment. Fortunately, been at this for about I guess 2 hours now. Hour and a half, 2 hours. And no problems with motion sickness, which is wonderful. And yeah, anyways, about almost out smack in the middle of the straight now. And doing well. I have not having properly checked the right weather. Like I said, I was expecting it to be a little smoother, so I didn't secure things down below quite as well as I should have. But no damage or big issues from that. All in all, going a little slower than expected, just again because of the winds and the waves. But all minor things so far, no big deal. See the San Juans back there, or not the San Juans, the Olympics. Hopefully this microphone is filtering out the wind adequately so you can hear me. We'll see how it goes in the future as I experiment and get better with the camera and such. The haze of the horizon, you can't really see much. Little shadows. San Juan Islands out there. They're doing about 5.5 knots, which is about 6 miles an hour or close to it. Like the bottom depth out here has been in the 400 feet range. We're at 450 feet right now. So that's adequate. Had a couple of cargo ships zoom past, not close, but a good reminder of just how fast those things go and kind of come out of nowhere and up on you in a hurry if you're not paying attention. Which in the strait can be an issue just because it is a cargo ship highway. So I don't know what I said. Winds are bouncing between 15 and 20 knots. It's about 10 knots more than I was anticipating. And like I say, a little roly-poly. But the great news is my stomach is holding strong. And I don't know if you can see it, but I can. Directly ahead of the camera in the center of the frame there, that's, you can see the buildings and such of Victoria on Vancouver Island, and that's what you're seeing there is Vancouver Island. That'll be good to get out into some more seas like this and rougher, or maybe out in the straits. This was the Strait of Juan de Fuca. I'll actually, once I'm up in Sidney, be closer to, or essentially in the Strait of Georgia. And a lot to get used to and learn. A lot of little things, a few big things. But, just getting used to the ride. Hard to imagine being out in big seas, out in the ocean. But big seas aren't necessarily rougher. You get this short wavelengths here, more choppy than anything. You get into the big smooth swells out in the Pacific. And haven't done it, but I'm imagining it be pretty easy going, as long as it wasn't super windy. Anyways, didn't try to fix anything to eat, just grabbed a meal bar, making sure I'm staying hydrated. Potential projectile there I need to secure. Behind us there is, oh now I forget the name. Is it Oak Bay or Oak Harbor? Oak Bay. Anyways, it's a suburb of Victoria essentially. So we're on the east side. Waters are nice and calm. Oh, I engaged the autopilot but forgot to engage the clutch. There we go. Anyways, yeah. So that was a potential stopping point for the day, but it's only well, right at 12:30 now. So beautiful day. And making good progress, so we'll just keep pushing on. I really didn't want to make it into a sightseeing trip. I'm going to have plenty of time to explore the area. Managed to evade the Canadian defenses and have made good progress into their territory. I guess it's my territory now. Now the curtain's going with us and the wind, so we're making a little over 7 knots now, zooming along, breakneck speed. Big sailboat over there. It's tempting to go take a closer look at that. I'm guessing there are paid crew on that, my boy. So we'll straight ahead there is the Strait of Georgia. No idea what the name of the islands that we're looking at are in the distance there. We'll eventually learn those things. It's all good. Don't have any beer though, that's a problem.